Alright. Hi, I'm Sailor Pluto Tessa here. And today I'm gonna talk about Sailor Moon getting a dead time steads back when it was on UPN and WB and Fox and, well, I guess also you could say ABC, CBS, and NBC. But not when it was on Cartoon and not when it was on USA. Now, I'm not sure exactly why that was back in the day, but keep in mind, I guess it was the only time they could get it on there. You know. Now, some folks are going to say, how did you even. Well, some folks would say, why was it like that? Okay, I can't speak for back when it was on UPN or WB or Fox, because those are probably the ones that it was probably on. And one guess comes up is that other shows that had already bought time on there, had a deal to be on at that time, didn't want to get a new deal. So for some upcoming new show that had never been on there before. That may have been true for maybe one folk work, but was that for all the folk works out there? I don't know. All I know is that that Sailor Moon was given 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning on UPN and WB. I don't really think WGN because even though WGN by that point was owned by WB, was owned by Warner. At that point, I don't really think they even took on any of their live drawing shows, though. Live drawing shows or drawing films. But yeah, and also the same deal with Fox too. Now with cartoon, they did get the five in the evening time slot time that they didn't get with WB and UPN and Fox. And when USA did get the deal to start running it, at least USA gave it about 7 in the morning or 7:30 in the morning. So yeah. But why was it that only USA and Cartoon were the only two to get a good time for them? So keep in mind back then, Deke was the one that got the rights to work with it. So I guess Deke must have been the one that had to get a deal with UPN and WB and Fox and even Cartoon and USA. And I don't want to know, but here's just my guess that whose other job was it to uh, get children's shows on WB and UPN and Fox back in the day, must have said, well, we don't got nothing else open except for, let's see, oh, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, take it or leave it. Tell Lord Hayward, tell Andy Hayward that it's either take it or leave it because that's what time we have for it. But then, for some grounds, someone who was doing that for USA and Cartoon said, "Oh, we can fit you in about 7:30 in the morning. Oh, we can fit you in about 5 in the 5:30 in the evening or something, 5 in the evening or something like that." I don't know. All I know is back in the day, if you were a Sailor Moon follower, you had to get lucky to have wakened up at that time, or had you've actually had your waker wake you up at that time, or you knew about what was going to be on, so then you could have it filmed. Well, that's probably the only three ways you could actually do it. But the grounds as to why UPN and WB gave those slots they did, why Fox gave the slots they did, I don't know. And keep in mind that only Cartoon and USA were the only two to give a good time slot. Nickelodeon never touched it. Some folks thought they would have jumped at that, but no, Nickelodeon never jumped at it. Um, and as far as anyone else who did it, I don't know. I don't even think ABC, CBS, or NBC even went for it either. If they did, they probably would have given the same things, but I don't really know why it was like that, you know. So, as it being on that time slot, it didn't do very well in the watch time, which led to WB and UPN and Fox and even USA and Cartoon to end running it. Well, of course, Cartoon would pick it back up for Super and Super S or over and over as true. But that would be like maybe some years later they would pick it up with the end of R and go for R. It would pick it up and go on with the other followings. But that would be years later. Um, why was it like that? I don't know. Now, some folks were able to keep it going for a while. There was a thing called Save Our Sailors, which help our sailors, which was more like, I don't know, some folks somehow convinced Pop Tarts, whoever made Pop Tarts, if they would buy time on UPN and WB and Fox, and I guess also maybe on USA and Cartoon on Sailor Moon, that they would eat Pop Tarts. They would get their business over. Did it work? Well, it did. I guess Kellogg's, yeah, Kellogg's makes it. I guess Kellogg's said, sure, why not? We'll take you up on that deal. I don't know why we're even doing this, but it did work. At least the two first followings did get itself through. But at the end of the day, why did they get the time slot that they got? I don't know. Who knows? Everyone has their belief. Now, one belief goes that it had to do with the Power Rangers at the time, but keep in mind at that time Power Rangers were only on Fox and it had no outside deal except for maybe YTV, which was only in Canada only, and but that was it. So that could have not have been the grounds for why Sailor Moon got the time it got on UPN and WB, which never had anything to do with Power Rangers at all. Um, Same thing with USA and Cartoon. They never had anything to do with it either. It was on Fox at the time. But whatever grounds it was, Sailor Moon didn't get a really good time on UPN and WB and Fox. But at the end of the day, only USA and Cartoon gave it a good time for it. Good time. Why? I don't know. Maybe some folks at who maybe someone at USA and Fox could get someone at USA and Cartoon could get someone, and he's in YTV, but could get someone to get their wanting to have their stuff shifted so some new show could come in. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm Sailor Pluto Tessa, and I hope you like this film.